Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Indiana Grand Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is September the 5th, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Indiana, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So let's get on to it. We're gonna look at the stakes races 8 and 9. Some decent races here for a Wednesday afternoon. So let's get on to it. The 8th race from Indiana, the first race we're looking at, it's the Caesars Stakes. It's going for a purse of $200,000. This race is for 3-year-olds here. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Indiana Grand Turf Course. 1,600, 1 mile Indiana Turf Course. Top selection here. I like the number 3 horse, the 3 horse Curlin's Honor. Gonna go 3-6-8-5 in the superfecta. 3-6-8-5 super. Top selection 3 horse Curlin's Honor. 5-1. 3-year-old colt by Curlin here. Julien Leparoux gets the leg up for Marcassi. The horse's most recent outing came the 23rd of June. That came at Canterbury. 1 mile in the Majestic Lake Derby. This horse finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths there. He just stalked most of the race and never had that good closing kick. He should have did a lot better than he did, but he didn't. It wasn't the day to win. Before that, the 26th of May at Belmont, 7 furlongs in the Paradise Creek, he ran a good second place finish by a neck behind Guido, who ran next start out at Royal Ascot, and is actually running, I believe, this weekend in the Allied Forces at Belmont. But this horse, he nearly got to Guido at the end. This horse just lost the neck bob, but it wasn't a bad race there. And then before that at Woodbine, 6 furlongs on the Tapeta and the Woodstock Stakes, horse won by 2 1/4 lengths on the lead all throughout. A very good clear victory in his first start on the all-weather. Before that, as a 2-year-old, this horse was, not as a 2-year-old, it was actually on the Derby Trail before that as a 3-year-old at Oaklawn. Mile 16th in the Grade 2 Rebel, where this horse finished 10th by 25 lengths. First time routing on the main track, absolutely hated it. Dirt in the face, was shying away from it, and just walked in the line. It wasn't the day to win. And then before that, the fairground sprinting, sloppy going, and an optional 50 claimer. Horse won by a neck from behind. This horse had a really good turn of foot, just getting there in the end. I think coming here to run on turf, good inside posture. If Leparoux's coming here to ride this horse, I think this horse has a strong chance. So watch out for him today. So to recap my selections for the 8th from Indiana, it's the Caesars Stakes. Gonna go with the 3 horse Curlin's Honor. Gonna go 3-6-8-5 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Indiana Grand. The 9th race is the Indiana Grand Stakes, purse $200,000. This race is for fillies, 2-year-olds here. 3-year-olds here, for fillies, 3-year-olds. Field of 13 horses. The 13 horse isn't also eligible, so 12 will most likely go on the turf course. The distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile. 1,600, 1 mile. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down at my notes, just bear with me. Top selection here. I like the number 3 horse, the 3 horse Beyond Blame. Gonna go 3-5-11-8 in the superfecta. 3-5-11-8 super. Top selection 3 horse Beyond Blame. 3-0 fillet by Blame here. Florent Giroux gets leg up for Brad Cox. The horse's most recent outing came the 11th of August at Arlington, a mile and the 8th in the Pucker Up. This horse finished 5th by 4.5 lengths. If this horse had a better posture, could have won. I did back him that day, but just from a wide posture, got sent to lead a little bit wide, which cost a victory, and was used too much early. It just wasn't the day to win there off the break. Should have did a lot better, though. Before that, Churchill, mile 8th in the Grade 3 Regret. That day, this horse won by 1.5 lengths. Sat back early after not the best beginnings, but had a good turn of foot at the end, and he got there. Good race for this horse at 7-2. And then before that, Derby weekend at Churchill, mile 16th in Grade 3 Edgewood. Horse finished 6th by 6 lengths. Horrible trip. Traffic trouble, had to check a few times. It just wasn't the best races there for him. And then before that, the Fairgrounds Mile and Ops 50 Claimer. Horse won by 4 lengths, closed up well from the back of the pack. A good ease victory. Could have won by more, but Florent Giroux didn't want to kill the horse. It was a good race here. I like this horse a lot in this spot. 5-2. It's not the best price, but I'll take it. Single in the multi-race. But to recap my selections for the 9th from Indiana, it's the Indiana Grand Stakes. Gonna go with the 3 horse Beyond Blame. Gonna go 3-5-11-8 in the superfecta. Single the 3 horse in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5.